Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm only the tiniest bit-ish at 11:01. Sorry, I didn't get my drink open before I came on live, so my apologies for the pop thing. Anyway, hi. How was your weekend? Good morning, Miss Amy. Glad to see you. How was your weekend, everybody? I hope you had a good weekend. Had a little bit of good weather, got to be outside a little bit, and I know Andy was thrilled because he got to get the grass cut and he got some yard work done. So, and then he pulled me out there to help him do some more yard work. Oh my gosh, we had to raise the shed. Now that sounds just as difficult as it was. Got to put all your weight behind it, so it's a good thing I got a little bit of weight. But he still had to call in some reinforcements for Sunday to come over and help him get it done. So anyway, I hope you had a good weekend, and I hope you don't get too wet this week. Looks like we've got a mixed bag of weather, and I've got I did have a class planned on Saturday, but I don't have very many people who are interested because it's the Mother's Day weekend, and I get it. So I think I'm going to cancel that class. I will officially put out the notification on my Stampin' with the Queen page. I'm going to cancel that class, and we will postpone it and do it later in the month or the year. Probably next month, maybe. We'll see how it goes. It was a one sheet wonder, a 6x6 one sheet wonder class, and we're going to make about 5 or 6 cards from that. So that'll just give me more time to get some more good paper here from Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up is still running behind on their shipping, so expect delays if you place orders. I haven't placed a new order yet. I'm waiting until the 15th, I think. The 9th. No, the 9th. I'm waiting for the 9th. There's an upcoming seminar for demonstrators in June, and we can pre-order the items beginning May 9th. So I'm waiting until then to put in my big order for a few other odds and ends. So today we are going to make, sorry, stupid notifications. You put on Do Not Disturb, but still the notifications come through. I don't know why. They're rude. I guess they supersede everything. So I don't think you guys see it, but I see it. So apologies for my big finger up there taking it away. Anyway, today we are going to make a... Oh, I didn't check my monitor. I'm sitting here and my monitor's going to sleep, and I'm like, why is my monitor going to sleep? It's because I didn't check it. Oh, so I'll do that. Today we're going to make a flip top card with the Zany Zoo crew. So this is a fun card, but it takes one sheet of cardstock, one full sheet of cardstock. You get some that you discard that you can use for layering, which I did. So let me see here. All right, to pull up my Facebook online here. Just want to make sure my monitor is monitoring and we see the other Casey. We don't want to hear her, so we need to turn it down. Okay, there she is. Yay, there she is. All right, so let me make this so I can see it. Last week I could not see the comments. I don't know what the problem was. I thought I turned that volume down. There we go. All right. All right, there they are. I can see the comments this week. Last week for some reason, where'd it go? Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Technology. It's great when it works. It's not when it fails. Where did it go? For Pete's sake. I just had it, and I had everything. I could see everything. All right. There we go. I don't know what happened. Anyway, I'm going to put you in the cradle here so we can get started, and we're going to make this card. And it's a fun fold. I cannot take credit for the fun fold. I can just show you how to do it. So there are a couple of girls who have done it online. So I don't know who originated it, but I've seen it a couple of times. And you know, the trend is that, good morning, Ginge. friend Jen is on here too. The trend is folds, you know, fancy folds, fun folds. It's like every time you see a card, it's like, oh, I have to have a new fun fold. You know, I'm not sure I'm on with that trend. I mean, a beautiful card does not have to have a fancy fold. It can just be a normal card. But I know that you all get bored seeing just plain beautiful cards. So I have to teach you all the new stuff. So that's what I'm doing today. Okay, let me get rid of me, put me in the cradle, and let's get to our stuff. Okay, let us put us up here. All right. Get everything out of the way here. I think that looks pretty good today. No, it's a little crooked, but maybe I can straighten it up. I don't know. We'll see if I can straighten it up a little bit. Maybe I should straighten it up this way. See if that works. Just bear with me a minute. Monitor's a little behind. This is the May host code. If you place an order, oh, let me see. Let me switch I have to switch my power cord here, guys. Hang with me here. Get the power cord out of the way. Last week I forgot to plug in my power cord, and I was nearly out of juice on my phone because I left it on my tablet. So anyway, but this is the May host code. So you can go to the storefront, caseywhite.stampinup.net. We had a new kit come out last week, and you've got one more week to put your order in if you want the paper pumpkin. I'm looking at them all piled up here and can't think of their name. Anyway, so that's that. And let me see here. Let me get everything together. Oh no! Hang on, guys. I forgot to get my... Here. I meant to do this ahead of time and I didn't. So guess what? I have to do it now. I have to do it with you, live on camera, okay? So this is... The card is not quite done. I didn't finish it because I want to run it through an embossing tab, okay? So let me run it through the embosser and I'll finish the card and I will show you. So this is one of the new embossing folders. One of the embossing basic folders. They are on back order, but they'll be here next week. May, I believe it said the 15th. So, there's 3 of them in a pack, and I think they're $30. See if I get the right. Okay, there's 3 of them, and this one that I'm going to use... Let me see here. This is the embossing folders. There's a trio. They're called the basic embossing, 3D embossing folders. You've got a scritchy scratchy, and you've got one that makes the stars, and you've got one that makes dots. And we're going to use the one that makes the dots today. So let me run these through here real quick. And I'm sorry. That's not what I need. I'm looking here to see which ones I need. I think I just need the base. And I think I just need the top. We'll see if it'll go through. Yeah. That's what we want. I'm going to do 2 of these real quick because I'll finish the one card and then I will make the other card for y'all. Now, y'all, here's my helpful tip. I'm using the platform base, and I'm using this gray topper, which is number 4. Okay, so what I would do is, and I don't have it in here. It'll say base plus number 4. Okay, that way I don't have to think the next time I get this embossing folder out. I know exactly what I need to emboss this without thinking. And I may have that on the other one. Let me see. Oops, I didn't put all my parts back together. And if I don't put them all back together, I'm going to close this up and put it back in its place. We'll be in trouble. Let me see if I left my label maker out in the other room because I was using it for class the other day and I don't have the right one. Okay. I don't know where my scratchy folder is, but all right, so let me just show you what this card's going to look like here. We're going to put this on here. And then I'll show you how to make the whole thing from beginning to end so that you will understand. I want to put this on here because I wanted some texture. I wanted some texture on this middle section. I'm bad. I'm doing this so backwards. So backwards, you guys. Okay. So this is how our card is. Okay. So you've got your card. And then you've got this flip top. And then you've got the front of the card, which you've got this hidden piece. Your flip top hides this hidden piece. And then you open your card. Ta-da! Happy birthday to you. So this is your flip top card that we're going to make today. Okay? So fun. It starts with paper. You know how I always tell you to start with paper, like just typing paper. Start with a sheet of typing paper. You can see I've got dimensions everywhere. I've got my cuts. And this piece of scrap paper was something else. And then on the back, I've got more information. So always start with a piece of typing paper when you're getting ready to start these, okay? So the first thing we're going to do is take a full sheet of cardstock. I'm going to start with black. And we're going to just score it normally at 4 1/4. And then you're going to turn it and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. This is if I were going to cut this up and make one card. Actually, I would be able to make 2 cards out of this, okay? So that is the first thing that you do. Next, you turn it back up and down. And you move over to 4 3/4. Now, this is where I need my eyeballs and a good light. So, hang on here. I'm going to bring my good light down really, really low so I can see what I'm doing because this is black paper. I want to cut down to the 5 1/2. Okay. And so I can see where my 5 1/2 score is. I'm going to turn it. Hang on, guys. My hair is wet and I had my glasses on top of my head. And now my glasses are all wet. Okay. All right. So I'm going to cut this right down to the 5 1/2. Lift that up. All right. That's done. Okay, and so now I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut it over to that 4 1/4 mark, or 4 3/4 mark. I'm going to get rid of this piece. Okay, so I'm going to take this and I'm going to save it for later. So now I've got a piece of paper like this. So now I want to take and I want to score right down to that half, that 5 1/2 again. I'm going to cut off a 1/2 inch there, but I'm only going to go down to that score mark, and then I'm going to turn it this way, and I'm also going to cut off a 1/2 inch. Okay. All right. And I'm really, really close there, so I'm going to put my eyeballs on and just snip it. I'll snip that off clean. All right, now that's it for the trimmer for now. We'll come back and use the trimmer. All right, hang on a minute here. One moment, please. Okay. So now this is scored. Where's my bone folder? There it is. I'll tell you what. Sometimes your stuff is a snake, you know? And then this is going to fold over the top. Okay? So now we're going to put some pieces parts on it. So I've already run this lemon lime twist piece, which is a 1/4 sheet cut down. Okay? So for those of you who don't know what that means, and you've not taken my layering class, this is layer number 1, a 1/4 sheet cut down. So a standard card is, it is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So a 1/4 sheet cut down then is 1/4 sheet of cardstock, and it's cut down to 4 by 5 1/4. All right, so there's your 1/4 sheet cut down. So we're just going to put that on there. You know, I'm really demonstrating this very, very badly today. Not only did I not have my sample completely done, I just kind of forgot about it. I'm telling you, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. I had the window open last night, and the birds were just chirping ever so peacefully this morning, and I just laid there after my alarm went off and just laid there, and I'm like, oh, this is what spring is about. You know, your windows are open. There's a gentle breeze blowing. There's the birds are chirping. It just made me so happy. And I didn't want to wake up. So I apologize. I did not start this out very well because you need a 1/4 sheet of paper, a 1/4 sheet of cardstock that and you could use designer series paper here instead of cardstock. I just, because of the things that I'm putting on this card today and the paper that I'm using from the Zoo Crew, I wanted to use the polka dots because the back side of the paper that I'm using, here's the front side, Okay. And on the back side, we've got all of these black polka dots. And I wanted to pick that up with this texture. So I just wanted to repeat that. So you'll need designer series paper, or you'll need cardstock cut down. And then you're going to, remember that black piece that we cut off that I told you that we would revisit? I'm using 3 different, we're going to work on the front here. I'm using 3 different punches. I'm using my 1 3/4 inch punch, okay, which is currently on back order, but I think it said it was due, it's either due May 15th or the 1st of June. And then I'm using my 2-inch punch, also currently on back order, but it'll be in real soon. Good morning, Tina from Texas. Nice to have you. And then, gosh, what is the name of this punch? Oh, crap. Frilly circle punch. I don't know the name of this punch. Where's my book? Where's my book? Where's my book? Did I bring it in here? I thought I brought my catalog in here. Oh, yeah, it's buried under everything. Let me look up that punch real quick. Decorative circle punch. Decorative circle punch. That's what the name of it is. Goodness gracious. I need an assistant. I need an assistant. Now, you can use the layering circles. You can use the rectangles. You can use any shape you want. Okay, I don't know. My head said, I want to play with circles. And so I decided that what I was going to do was, get this out of here. I went into this paper, and as you can see, I was looking for which one of these creatures would fit into my the smallest punch, my 1 3/4 inch punch. So as you can see, I put it in there. So that one fits, that one fits, that one fits. So those are the 3 on this sheet that I was playing with. So I've already punched out my lovely little frog. Okay. And then I used the scrap sheet of the black, and I cut out a 2-inch circle from it. Just put that over in my bag. And then I used another scrap of my lemon lime twist, brand new color there that's returning. And I decided that I would punch out the decorative circle. Okay, so that's what I did. So now we've got these 3, and we're going to marry them together. Let me close these up and get these out of the way. So these are the punches that I used on this card. And let me get this light back up out of the way, guys. I had to bring it down close because I was cutting that black cardstock, and I really wanted to see what I was doing. And I need my eyeballs, which are on top of my head, which don't do me a bit of good. Where's my silicone pad? I'm telling you, I need more silicone pads. I've got 2 or 3 out in my classroom, but I only have 1 on this side of the room, and I need 1 on the other side too. You know how it is. When you go to get something, it's always on the wrong side of the room. And I'm just going to put these on flat. I'm not putting these on with pop dots or anything like that. You can, we're going to pop the whole element off. I know. I was on a sabbatical when Lemon Lime Twist was was a color with Stampin' Up. So I did not know how beautiful it was. I did not know. All right. So now we need 2 pieces of cardstock to go on the front of this flip top card. Okay. So let me see, where's my cheat sheet here? It tells me how big they were. Okay, so this, you have this section here. So in order to put a piece on top of it, we need 4 3/4 by 3. So I know that that is 3. I'm pretty sure that that is 3. It is. So I just need to cut this down to 4 3/4. I'll put my little guy over here. Cut this down to 4 3/4. And then I want to put on top of that, I want to put a layer of Designer Series cardstock. And so that layer is going to be 4 1/2 by 2 3/4. So let me get that cut here. So we want it to be, I can keep looking at my cheat sheet is wrong here. 4 1/2. Okay, so 4 1/2. I'm looking here, I want 4 1/2. It's hard to decide which way to cut this paper so that you can salvage as many creatures as you want later on. By 2 3/4. Okay, so 2 3/4. And I don't care about the creatures right now because I'm only looking at the back side. Okay. So let's put that element together. Okay, so we're going to layer these two together, and we're just going to layer them flat. We're not popping anything up on these two layers. They're just getting layered one on top of the other. Oh, come on, come on. I got a few minutes of playtime with this. Okay. I keep seeing lemon lolly, and I can't wait to get, I think I have one sheet of lemon lolly because I think I ordered the assortment, and I really want to play with it. Okay. There we go. That's on there. So now we're going to put some of these little parts together. And what I want to do is I want to pop this little bad boy off here. I want to pop this whole element off. I really put those on there badly, didn't I? It'll work, doesn't matter. They're at the north, south, east, west corner, so it'll work. And I always push my, okay, so I want to put this in the center. And I was looking at this yesterday, and I thought, you know what, I need a little extra something in there. What color is this? This is saffron. I need a little extra something in there, so I'm just going to give a little saffron here, and I'm also going to color his flute saffron, just because I can, and I'm gonna. So, you know, that's my drinking word. Every time I say so, you should take a drink, so I'm going to. Take a drink. All right, in this set, we've got words, something great to celebrate, you, you're too wonderful, and happy birthday to you. Okay, so I decided, and by the way, I cheated. I didn't use the stamp set. I used the paper. I cut these out of the paper, so I cheated big time. That's what I love about this paper is it's so easy to make a quick and easy card. So from the magic of television, what I have done is I have stamped the words "Something Great to Celebrate," and then I took off the U, and then I cut it apart. And remember, you've got these little strips left over when you cut off the edge here. So these little 1/2-inch strips, I'm telling you, you get to use all of your little pieces parts that you have left over. So even though you used 1 full sheet of cardstock to start the card with, you've got pieces parts left over. And so I've already mounted these, and I want to put these on here. And let me get this bad boy back over here. I can tell that that's a little too long, so I'm going to cut that a little closer. Yeah, there we go. And just because I am just going to go over the words with the tip here, just to give it a little more oomph. Excuse me. Burping up that Diet Coke. Okay. Just to give that a little more zhuzhing. And I want to put these on here. Okay, so let's get it right here. You could pop these up if you wanted to, because the bottom, something great. The frog element is popped up, but I'm just going to put them on flat because I'm lazy today. All right, something great to celebrate. And then in this Zany Zoo Cruise suite, we have got this delicious lemon lime twist ribbon that's got stitched horizontal white stitching, and it's very baby fine, thin, just wonderful for making bows, which is exactly what I've done here. So I've already made my bow. I'm just going to snip these babies off real quick. And I do need a baby glue dot. I do need a baby glue dot for that. Okay. I'm going to use a baby glue dot. Come on, get off of there. Must not be holding my mouth correctly. You know? All right. I'm just going to put that up there on the side. All right. So now we've got part of our card made. And now we're going to put the inside together here. Okay, so what is this, y'all? This is a number 1 quarter sheet cut down from Casey's class. Okay, so we have to put a quarter sheet cut down of a light color. I chose white. You could use your lemon lime twist if you wanted for the inside, but I just chose white so that we can see it, because I'm lazy and I hate embossing. I do, I hate it. I'm not going to emboss the inside of this card, so we're going to use white. Okay, so now we need this feature element here, and we have to decide what we're going to do here. Okay, so this feature element could really be any size. You could put a small square. On this card, I did a long skinny one, and I had extra little pieces where I cut things out, so I pieced together some of the extra dots, which is the back side of the paper here. And you know, I hate it when you're cutting this paper and you've got creatures, because when you cut the creatures, I mean, you know, you've got a half a creature. Like here is my frog and he has no legs, okay? And over here we've got this even less of the accordion playing bear. So I hate it when you cut the creatures off and have to throw them away. So unless you want to use the back side, I try to use the edges, because I think they're fun to use. And even the ones that are cut off here, like the guy playing the beaver playing the bongos, I have some of him, so he can come up from the bottom of something. So there's always a way to use it. So this feature here, you can decide if you want it to be long and skinny, or if you want to have a short and skinny piece. You can't see that, but it's so you can decide what size you want to have in the middle here. And so this should be 2.5 by 3.25. I'm going to measure it real quick. Yeah, that's 2.5. And that's 3.25. Okay. All right. So I've got this piece here. And remember, we still have this extra piece of black. So from the extra piece that we cut off, I'm going to cut, I need this to be 4 by 2.75 by 2.75. So your one piece of cardstock, you don't have a lot of waste really, because you're putting all your pieces parts together. Okay, so I'm going to stick these two together, which is nice. You don't have a lot of waste. The bad news is, if you're doing a class, everybody gets one full sheet of cardstock, so you have to pay attention to that instead of just a half a sheet. So you have to decide if you're going to do that. My classes are relatively small. There's usually about 7 or 8 of us, so guess what? They're going to be making a card and they're getting a full sheet of cardstock. I don't know what color we're doing yet, but all right. So we want this to go right down here on top of that. And I'm not sure. Let me see. Let me just put that over there. Put that there. Now this one I'm going to do differently. Okay. I had some fun pieces that I had cut out from the different ones. I'm trying to get all these pieces parts out. I had a piece of designer series paper, and I had cut the circle out to get the creature. I cut a circle here, and I had leftover cardstock or leftover designer series paper here, and I didn't want to ruin it. I didn't want to waste it. So on this card, okay, I'm going a little bit differently here than I did on the other one. I'm going to take these half circles, and we are going to decorate those. Differently than I did the other one. And that's what is so much fun. Okay, so this is not down yet, but it will be. And then we'll open it up. And then I've got this. Did I already put him down? I did. I already put him down. You know what? I'm making an executive decision here. Ruh-roh! I'm going rogue. Going rogue. Cutting off a piece of that. Going rogue here, right before your very eyes. Oh, good, that's not attached. And this one isn't attached either. See, I don't know who I'm going to make this card for, but we've got the frog on here, and the frog is playing music, and we're celebrating a birthday. So I've got the meerkat here. I've got the skunk here, but I'm going rogue, and since we're doing birthdays, I'm going to decide to put this guy in here. All right, going rogue right here. Anybody else ever do that? Just go rogue. Just decide it right here. This is how we're doing it. And I don't think I want to put the black. I think I'm just going to put that. I think I'm going to stick with that. So we've got something great to celebrate. Ooh. And I don't know, I might stamp something in there, might not. All right, I think I want the lemon lime twist, but just for the sake of argument, which do we like better? I don't know. That does kind of make a statement, doesn't it? Do we do it in the black? Do we do it in both? No, that's too much. It's definitely too much. Definitely too much. Too much. I think that blends in too much. I think I have to put it on the black. I think I have to go black. All right. We'll go black. And we're going to put this sucker down. I am eyeballing this, and I am committed. Yeah. You just don't want it to show. You don't want it to show. All right. All right, now we're going to get fancy. Ooh, it's time to get fancy. All right, let's see how good I am, guys. I am going to try to do happy birthday in here and not use a mask. Ha ha ha. Oh, I gotta hold my breath. All right. Oh, I about dropped that. Ha 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 ha. I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when it works out. You know what that is? Now, I don't want to get too excited here because I got to do the birthday part now, and the birthday's in the middle, so that's going to be harder. So I might have to use a mask on that one. And I think I will cheat and use a mask. Use a Post-it note mask here, see if I can get it. Because I just want the word birthday. That's going to be a mess. That's going to be a mess. Let me do it with one of these little ones. I just took this right out of my catalog. Just so I could get the birthday. All right, keep your fingers crossed. Here we go. You know what that is, boys and girls? That is a highly paid professional getting her job done. Yoo-hoo! Now I can brag on myself because I made it successfully. Okay, I can brag a little bit now. All right. So we've got happy birthday, and then on the inside we want to say happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. And you, and you, and you, and you. And for the sake of argument, we will give it a little bit of musicality. And what else? Oh, I know what else. That one's too short. And that one is a hair too long, so we'll snip it. You know, I had that extra piece that I just cut. So we will put that in the inside here. All right, let me close up my pad because why? We don't want ink on anything, that's why. All right, so let me clean up my workspace here. And I will show you both cards. Let's see if we need to do, oh, well, we do have to do some zhuzhing, but. Okay. So, I need some zhuzhing. Oops. Oh. I'm like, uh-oh, I knocked the camera, but all I did was knock the monitor there. Okay, what zhuzhing do we want for the inside of that card? I'm looking, I think we need some zhuzhing of some sort. We gotta have some iridescent dots here. Okay. I'm like, why aren't those coming off? Okay, I want to use some little ones. You know what? I'm going to put some on these musical notes. I'm going to put one on that musical note there. I got a musical note up there. And then on the inside here, put these little ones. Because it'll make the card easier. You may have to use extra postage on these cards because you're using a full sheet of cardstock. So something to be aware of. This might not be a card that you can mail. This might, unless you use extra postage, this might be a card that you have to hand deliver with a present. But it's up to you. I have knocked everything askew here. All right, so here's the one card. Flip it up. Flip it over. You're supposed to sing this. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. At least that was my thought. So on this one, something great to celebrate. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. So this is the flip top card. And I really should have made some different versions, you know, flowers and this, that, and the other. But I was lazy on Saturday. I was glued to my TV. You know, I had 4 or 5 hours worth of coronation to watch because I'm a little bit of an Anglophile. I kind of like, you know, what's going on over there. And then after I watched King Charles and non-deserving Queen Camilla get crowned, yep, that's my opinion, I interjected it, then I watched the Kentucky Derby. And my horse did not even show. It was in 3rd place all the way, halfway around the rail, and then, boom, just dropped out somewhere. I think it finished 7th. Anyway, but it was fun. So I was glued to the television on Saturday, and then I helped Andy outside raise the shed. And so Sunday I came in here and I worked on the card because I knew what I wanted to make for you all. I had already chosen the flip top card. I just hadn't gotten, you know, my samples together yet. So I confess, once I did it, I was like just tired, and I just said, okay, I'm done. And I should have made some others in different colors so that you could see different versions, but I didn't. The only thing different was, you know, how I did the inside. But I hope you like it. I will work on, I think I owe you 2 tutorials. I think there's another tutorial that I didn't post on my page. So I'll have to work on this tutorial. And get it done for all of the measurements so that you have it. But, you know, here, go ahead. Take a screenshot. Figure it out. I'm sorry. This is my crazy notes, and this is how I keep things. I have a whole book of patterns that I make, and I try to, once I do the tutorial, I usually attach the paper that I did it on. But you start with a full sheet of cardstock, and you score it at 4 1/4, and then 5 1/2, and then you take it back in at long ways, and at 4 3/4, and you cut down to that 5 1/2, and you get rid of that. And then you're going to take a 1/2 inch off. Thanks, Jen. Turn a 1/2 inch off on the side to make your flipper, and a 1/2 inch off the top. Okay, and now that's done. And then you have a sentiment. If you want, you can 3 by 4 3/4 on the inside on this piece here. Your dimensions are 3 by 4 3/4, and then another layer 2 3/4 by 4 1/2. And of course, this piece here is going to be a 1/4 sheet cut down of designer series paper or cardstock, and those dimensions are 2 3/4 by 4, and then 2 1/2 by 3 3/4. But you can shorten that. You can just put a small feature here, you know, anything, as long as it's inside this, as long as you can't see it. And the same here. You can put a circle, you can put a square, you can put an oval, you can put any kind of funky shape on there that you want to. It's up to you. It's your card, okay? And I've even seen these cards done where they've gone all out and they've decorated the inside here with like the designer series paper, so that, and they've even decorated this side with designer series paper. So if you've got a really great DSP that you love, you could put both sides of it. Now, I didn't do that with the Zany Zoo Crew because I don't want to waste all that paper with all those cool little animals on it. Okay, but it's just something that you can think of. I mean, you know, something you can decide when you do it. And so I hope you enjoyed the cards. And let me see here. I got a few minutes left. So before I go, what I want to do is, let's see, that one's this one, and that one's that one. I'm going to put those on the right place, the right ones. Before I go, I just want to show you real quick that I got the ribbon. I tell you what, Stampin' Up! And they're behind shipping. Drive me crazy. Ah, I'm telling you. I can't afford $40 or $50 in shipping to get everything here soon, so it takes forever. I think my order was, from the time I placed the order to the time it arrived, it was over 19 days, which is so not usual for Stampin' Up! But these are the brand new in color dots. Okay, so I want to show you these. And they're relatively flat, and you get 3 sizes, small, medium, and large. But these are the in color dots. So you've got your copper clay, pebbled path, your wild wheat, your moody mauve, and your boho blue. So these are nice because they're like not even, hardly raised. Even the big ones, these half circles, I really like that. And then I got all of the ribbon. And I'm going to open one of these ribbons so that you can see the texture on it. But it's like, what is it, 1/4 inch or 3/8 of an inch? Let's see what it says. 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter, 1 centimeter. 3/8 of an inch. I was going to say 3/8 of an inch. So let's open this one. This is the wild wheat. I'm telling you, this wild wheat is the weirdest color. It really is more of a green than a brown or a yellow. And I just want to show you. I know you can't really see the texture, but I can tell you it's raised on this side. Okay? It looks like little pebbles. It's really hard to see. I'm going to hold that up there and see if you can see that. It's like little tiny pebbles or something. And then on the back side, you see the stitching, but the back side is flat. So when you touch it and texture, the one side is textured. It's raised up. And it looks like just a bunch of little pebbles. And then on the back side, it's flat, completely flat. So it's nice. I'm gonna make a bow here real quick. See how well that does. It's nice. It flips around easily. You know, it makes a really, really big bow on a card. So I'm not sure that you would want to make a bow on a card with this because it's really going to be extra. So if I were going to use this ribbon, I wouldn't make a bow on a card. I would use it, you know, flat. I might make a knot. Let's see how big the knot is if we make a knot. Because bow on a card for this, if you pulled that really tight, you could do a knot, I would think. But it's very thick for a bow. But it's not too thick to do, you know, just like a bird V, you know, put the element here next to it, or to staple it onto the card. So definitely frays. You can see that it's frayed here, easily frays. So if you like that look, you can pull off some edges here and fray it really, really easily. So I'm not going to fray it though. I'm just going to snip it as much as I can. You know, when I cross-stitched, we had a product called Fray Check, and I'm sure that Joanne still carries it, Fray Check. And we would put it around the edges of our Aida cloth so that it wouldn't fray or pull while we were doing our cross-stitch projects. So sometimes I think this ribbon needs some Fray Check. But this is the ribbon. These are the new in colors. Nice, nice ribbon. I've been ordering the new colored stuff in stages. And now I want the new Color Designer Series paper. And I can see separating the two patterns with this ribbon flat on the card front really, really nicely. So I just wanted to show you, that's the newest haul. There is the in color dots. And the more I use Pebbled Path, the more I really, really like it. I find that I'm growing fond of that color. I have the copper clay, and that is nice, and the boho. I don't have the wheat or the moody mauve yet. No, I do have them. I lied. I do have both of those. I just haven't played with them enough to say I like them or I don't like them or what they go with. It's funny. Yesterday I was had on just an old t-shirt that I bum around the house in. And I was looking down at the t-shirt and I was like, those colors are Lemon Lime Twist and Night of Navy and Fresh Freesia. And I'm like, wow, that is a good color combination. Because I love that shirt. I love that shirt. I wear it a lot just to bum around the house in. And I'm like, oh my God, what a cool color combination. I'm going to have to put those three colors together and make a card. So maybe next week I'll make a card inspired by my Bumming Around the House t-shirt. I took a picture of it and put it in my phone under my card inspiration folder. So that is all for today, folks. Again, here's my May host code. And I hope you liked the cards. Get them out here again. Put these little guys out here. And I hope you try to make one of these cards. And if you do, you can put it on my Stampin' with the Queen page so I can see it. Let me see what you've done. You know, I'm always begging you to show me what you've done. So give it a try. And I hope you like it and learn something new today. It's really not that difficult of a card to make. It's comparatively easy to some of the other things that we've done. And the cutting part isn't that hard. So go stamp something. Remember, it's Happy Mail Monday, so go mail something to somebody. These are lovely birthday cards. I've got my nephew's birthday's coming up, and I have a friend who does music up in Michigan. And I think I might make him one with all the drum things. So go stamp something today. Enjoy your day. Open your windows until the rain comes. Listen to the birds sing. And have a great afternoon. And thanks for watching.